The system recognized a face before I even moved, and the worst part is, it was mine. I didn't think anything of it at first. The system was brand new, installed that same morning. Cameras in every room, motion sensors on every door, all connected to one app. It was supposed to make the house feel safer. That's why I bought it. That's what it promised. But the first night I used it, it did the opposite. The first notification came at 2:13 a.m. Motion detected. Living room. I was still awake, lying in bed, scrolling through my phone without really paying attention. So I opened the app without thinking. The camera feed loaded instantly. The living room was empty. Couch, table, hallway entrance. Everything exactly where it should be. Nothing moved, no shadows, no flicker. Just a still, quiet room. I watched for a few seconds, then closed it. I assumed it was nothing, a false trigger. Dust, maybe. Or the system still calibrating. 4 minutes later, at 2:17 a.m., it happened again. Same notification, same room. This time I didn't close it. I stayed on the feed longer, watched carefully, waiting for something to happen. But nothing did. No movement, no sound, just the same empty space. I checked the playback logs. 2 detections, no recorded clips. That didn't make sense. The system was supposed to automatically record every motion event. I refreshed the app. Still nothing. That bothered me more than the notification itself. Not that something triggered it, but that it didn't save it. Like it chose not to. I eventually went to sleep thinking it was just a glitch. In the morning, I opened the app again, and the clip was there. It hadn't been there before. Timestamp, 2:17 a.m. living room camera. I played it. At first it looked exactly like the live feed I saw the night before. Empty room. Nothing unusual, but then I noticed the timestamp in the corner. It skipped. 2:17:08, 2:17:09, 2:17:11. 1 second missing. I paused, rewound, played it again. Same skip. Something changed during that missing frame. I slowed it down, frame by frame, and that's when I saw it. For a single frame, barely visible, something was standing in the far corner of the room. Not entering, not appearing, just already there, then gone again like it never existed. I froze on that frame, zoomed in. It wasn't clear enough to understand, but it wasn't random. It had shape, height, placement, like something occupying space. I checked the hallway camera at the same timestamp. Nothing. Completely empty, no sign of anything entering or leaving the living room. That's when something started to feel wrong. Not scary, just wrong. That night I didn't sleep. I kept the app open beside me, switching between cameras every few seconds. Around 2:48 a.m., something else appeared in the logs. No notification, just a silent update. Sound detected. Kitchen. I opened it. No sound, no movement, just the same empty frame. But the waveform indicator showed a spike, like something loud had happened. I replayed it. Nothing. Silence. Absolute silence. But the system had marked it as a peak. I checked the audio settings. Everything normal. No bugs, no errors, just detection without evidence. Around 3:02 a.m., another notification appeared. Motion detected. Hallway. I opened it instantly. The hallway was empty, but the system didn't think so. A detection box appeared on screen. It locked onto empty air. Then the label showed up. Person detected. There was nothing there. No shadow, no distortion, nothing to explain it. But the box started moving, slowly, smoothly, like it was tracking someone walking. It moved from one side of the hallway to the other without hesitation, without losing track. Perfectly following something invisible. I felt something shift inside me, not fear, something colder. The realization that the system wasn't glitching. It was working, just not for me. I watched the recording again after it ended. Same thing. Empty hallway, moving box. Person detected. But this time I noticed something new. At the end of the clip, the box stopped, right in front of my bedroom door, and then the label changed. From person detected to standing. I didn't move. I didn't breathe because the camera was outside my room and whatever it detected on was right there. I stared at the door for a long time, waiting for a sound, a shadow, anything. Nothing came, just silence. Too clean, too perfect. I turned my phone off and didn't look at it again until morning. I almost removed the system that day. Almost. But something stopped me. Not curiosity, something else, like if I turned it off, I would lose the only way to see it. That night I tried something different. I left my bedroom door slightly open, just enough to see the hallway from my bed. I opened the app and stayed. On the hallway camera, minutes passed, then an hour. Nothing happened. The house was completely silent. And then at exactly 3:11 a.m., the system triggered again. Motion detected, bedroom. My chest tightened instantly. I hadn't even looked at that camera all night. Slowly, I opened the feed. The room looked exactly the same. Bed, desk, door slightly open, nothing out of place. But the detection box was already there, right next to the bed. It appeared instantly, like it didn't need to search. And then the label showed up. Person detected. I couldn't move because there was nothing there. And then the label changed. Looking at camera, my hands went cold because I was looking at the camera through my phone, and whatever the system detected was looking back. I replayed the clip again and again, frame by frame. Nothing visible, no movement, no shadow. But something else appeared this time, at the very last frame. The exposure shifted, just slightly, like something moved closer to the lens. I checked the logs again, final entry, 3:11:42 a.m. Face recognized, no image, no name, just one line under it. Known user. I checked the user list, only one profile, mine. I didn't sleep after that. I kept the lights on, watched the app without blinking. Around 3:37 a.m., another entry appeared. No notification, just a quiet system update. Behavior learning enabled. I didn't remember turning that on. I checked the settings. It wasn't there before, no option to disable it. Nothing, just active. A few seconds later, another line appeared. Pattern recognized. I didn't understand what that meant. Until the next clip loaded automatically. Bedroom camera, live. The detection box was already there, same spot, next to the bed, same label. Person detected, but this time, it didn't move, it didn't track, it just stayed there, waiting. And then the label changed again, slowly, letter by letter. Waiting. I couldn't breathe, I didn't move, because something about that felt different. Not like before, not detection, not tracking. This felt intentional, like it knew I was watching, like it was waiting for me to do something. I lowered the phone slightly, just for a second, then raised it again. The label updated instantly. Still there. My hands started shaking. I checked the device status. The camera was offline, disconnected, but the feed was still running. Perfectly stable, no lag, no glitches, just watching. Then one final notification appeared. No sound, just text. New device added. I didn't add anything. I opened the device list. There was one more camera, no name, no location, just active. I tapped it. The screen went black for a moment, then the feed loaded. It took me a second to understand what I was looking at. The angle was wrong, too close, too still, and then I realized. It was my room. From eye level, not from the ceiling, not from the corner, from inside the room. Facing me. I slowly lowered my phone, and for the first time that night, I looked up. And I understood why the system already knew my face before I even moved.